the largest in the world. Claire may be never caught if he runs the computer. Think of one such person. You are a friend of your own. Believe in the city. The name is also. And a doctor from above. This is amazing, the story. Dr. Harold Shipman, which is the clinic John. Not to save. Rather, John used to take Hyde of England in a small town called. Only 30,000 people. They lived 30 there. For years they were all under the nose. Cereal kept clinking. More than 200 people died. Even after Dr. Harold. There was no doubt about the ship, and maybe never, if he makes no small mistake. Why did they kill people? Why was he not caught for so long? And what did the police find? The one who killed for years. He placed it in a single bridge. Welcome to Zim TV videos again. Dr. Harold Shipman, near Manchester, England. High dynamic, in a small town, he ran the clinic. Total here, the population was about 30,000. 3,000 people. Dr. Shipman's patient, most doctors are. Target patients who lived alone and old enough they were, whose death is not in doubt. Dr. Shipman in patients gave more time, their home too. He lightened their hearts, listened to their words. They feel it. Indeed, they are alone. But Dr. Shipman, all of them are listening. Even some patients, Dr. Shipman, they trust so much. And they gave him the keys to his house. His own because of his behavior. He was quite famous in Hyde. Because people, I thought Dr. Shipman, only through words, he treats the elderly. In the guise of all this, Dr. Shipman, in all their words, the details were extracted. Who is alone when? To whom? How much money and how much? The property is who in the house, and where are the relatives? When the Dr. Shipman is comforted, so he overdosed on his patient. And kill. He gave. Now because the patients, the same before. More than a year, there is no doubt about their death. This series for many years, running getting caught is far away. There is no doubt about them. Until he makes a mistake, Dr. Shipman started his career. 70 kilometers from the Hyde. Pontefract, the name was from the town, where he works in a hospital. Then the 19th century, 4th century. Taught modern leaving fract, he went where he Abraham and Mirad Medical Center. Journal practitioner, position, got it. Here during the job they overdosed on some patient's drugs called Pathidine. Caught prescribing, quantity, who actually used it, it would have done. Pathidine. Actually a 1-chlorine pins, but it is quite addictive. This is medicine. Dr. Shipman was addicted to Pathidine. And he knows his patients, prescribes. A little gives them, while more quantity. He used it himself, while the patients are a little, the need of medicine, not even. It was after the patients took this medicine, awesome feeling, but they didn't know they were drunk. That was the reason for the Shipmans, not wanting to be attracted to it. They were, after being caught, the hospital administration expelled Dr. Shipman. And talk about his license reached to cancel. But the shipper finished with £600. He was admitted to a rehabilitation center, which his license he survived the cancellation. After spending a little time in the rehab center, when all and they forgot about it, and they forgot about it. Where is Dani? General at Brock Medical Center practitioner. He was in Nintendo's G. Practiced at the P position, and he didn't give up on it. Not a chance. Fined. The murder of elderly patients, but the murders of the Nintendo 93 increased considerably. When he opened his own clinic in Hyde. And in the city a good name, made, for the next several years, and so it went. And no one doubted the doctor's actions. First time March doctor in 1998. Linda Reynolds, which is the opposite of Shipman's clinic, the other hospital. Brooke was working in surgery. They are among the patients of Shipman, worried about more deaths. They said Shipman, which only runs a small clinic, 3 months, in the past patients die, while Brock's surgery during the same period. Who have 3 from Shipman's clinic, 3 more sins. With them, only 14 the patients died. Then the doubt increased. When I found out that doctor, after the death of 16 of Shipman's patients, they did not bury them. It was burned, mostly Christian. People bury their loved ones after they die. Only some people, they decide to burn. Dr. Linda expressed her doubts in the form of a report, Corner of Manchester, from what with all the details, Doctor. Most of these 16 patients of Shipman, they were old women, which in your home, Mary was found. And it can't be always agreed that most of them at the time of death of patients, Dr. Shipman. They were alone in their house, Dr. Linda. He said he died of sickness at home. More. The death of Dr. Shipman's patients, strangely. Sitting in the chair. They were in good clothes, and the other at this time either Dr. Shipman. It was in their house, or the first time he went home and died. Found in condition, which cannot be normal in any way. There was also an investigation on the basis of this report. The police, Dr. Shipman. Nothing against Shipman, no evidence. Found. And then a month later, it was closed. When Dr. Harold Shipman's patients died, he himself. Form B. He signed. Form B is the form that treats the patient. Signed the doctor. It has to be. In which he writes the cause of death of the patient. The problem was that the C. Who has to sign another doctor. They also ship friendly doctors, in most cases, or they will be taken away from them, who do not doubt it. S. Shipman sign. Hypothetical information in his patient's death certificates. They write them in comfort. He sent for the cremation. There was no doubt about it. Many deaths due to this process, they were investigated. And that is why Shipman, he easily killed himself. After the investigation is closed, 3 of them died and 3 of them died. Hello. But caught the time, was not far away. Shipman's last hunt, farmer Mayor of Hyde. Kathleen Gurney of 81 years, which was 24th John died in her home. And the doctor here too. Shipman was the last person. That Kathleen, the last time I saw him alive. He later signed a death certificate. And the cause of death, old age writing. Kathleen's daughter, Angela Woodruff, who was a lawyer herself, who keep her mother's secret. Then there was doubt about death, when they have one of their mothers. The testimony they received, home. Dr. Shipman's name was written. Dr. Shipman close enough of this family. They were in their homes and in their homes. There is no basis for doubt. But the angels were in doubt. Their mother's 2 houses. While they were in the will, there is only one house. It is evident that this will, someone wrote who did not know about the other house, and that doctor, it was Shipman, Angela Woodruff, went to the police, who started the investigation again. Kathleen, the grave of the body of Gurney. He was taken away and sent for a stroke. Then they discovered that they had morphine in their bodies. That is much more traces of heroin. They are found. The police, when Dr. Shipman, he asked, and he said, she was addicted to heroin. Before he healed them. He also wrote on his computer. Dr. Shipman recently entered computerized medical journal. They started doing this. But they did not know that in this entry they date before death. You have put. But last edit of this file in computer, the date is automatically saved. The police checked the computer. You knew that Shipman entered. Kathleen after death. It was. This is just one proof. Shipman arrest. It wasn't enough to do. The police also found the typewriter, which used to be a lie. It was written. The ships knew something in the writer. The characters were bad. And the same characters, also in the guarantee, were missing. 7th September 1998. Police of Hyde. Dr. Harold Shipman. Arrested. When it opens, then they are in front of them. Who they loved them. Shipman first. Was killed, they were in doubt. He went to the city. In front of the doctor. He couldn't lift his voice. 15 other patients. I have also been investigating, some time ago. They died by the hands of the shippers. A special pattern in all these cases seen, in which the patient dives morphine's John Leva dose, given. He signed his death certificate, and the cause of death. The old man wrote. The advice of cremation, Shipman also gave. Himself after the fire. All the evidence. Delete. Shepherd. I saw all the patient's cases.
Again during the inquiry, the Shipman, they died in the care. The inquiry team all these documents, death certificates, and medical records that Shipman handled. They were investigated. They also interviewed their families, whose relations. Then they took the ships and brought them back. Forensic autopsy, also done. This process, it was very detailed. And during this, he knew that Shipman caught from Nintendo 75, total 200, killing patients. What is? This is confirmation. No, but in many cases, due to lack of evidence. Not confirmed. I guess that number. It can be up to 260. 15 deaths were committed 15 times. The punishment of death, as long as he lives, out of jail, will not come. On 2000